Dear all, our topic of project is endangered and extinct species. Our group has been working for entire last year collecting news from newspaper, online platforms and magazines. Let me introduce you with all my group members. Aditi Kadam, Riya Gujar, Gautami Shinde and myself Jinal Baldota. These are the total news we have collected, that is 2033. That includes 732 from newspaper and 1301 from online resources.
Classification. Species are classified in 7 categories according to their population. The first category is least concern. It includes species with widespread and abundant population. Second is near threatened. It includes species likely to qualify for a threatened category. The threatened category includes vulnerable, endangered, and critically endangered. Third, vulnerable. Species in this category have 30 to 50% population decline. Fourth, endangered. It contains species with 50 to 70% population decline. Fifth, critically endangered. It contains species with more than 80 to 90% population decline. Sixth, extinct in the wild. It has species only living in captivity for animals and cultivation for plants. Seventh, extinct. Species in this category no longer exist. Here are the number of species in each category and their examples. And here is a chart showing percentage of different categories.
Extinct species. A species not definitely located in the wild in the last 50 years is called extinct. Organisms are either extinct in the wild or have completely disappeared from the earth. A few examples of the extinct species are the dodo, the Tasmanian tiger, the saber-toothed tiger, dinosaurs, Pyrean ibex, and the passenger pigeon.
Endangered species. Endangered in its simplest sense means in danger or threatened. An endangered species is one which has its population reducing at an alarming rate. It is very likely to become extinct in the near future. Few of them are polar bear, Indian tiger, koala, rhinoceros, mountain gorillas, giant pandas, and pangolins.
Sadly today, many animals and birds are getting endangered and extinct. Here are some causes responsible for this. Habitat destruction. Habitat destruction is the number one reason for animal endangerment, which is why conservation groups work diligently to reverse the effects of human developments. Poaching. Poaching can reduce populations to the point that species become endangered. Unfortunately, poachers are often hard to catch because they operate in areas where enforcement is weak. Pollution. In addition to physical encroachment, human development pollutes the natural landscape, which destroy food sources and viable shelter for the creatures and plants of that area. Natural causes. Of course, species endangerment and extinction can happen without human interference. Fossil records show that factors such as overpopulation, competition, sudden climatic change, etc. drove the decline of numerous species. Destruction of native species. Invasive species are organisms that causes ecological or economic harm in a new environment where they are not native. They often have an advantage over native species which have been part of a particular environment for centuries. Because even though native species are well adapted to their surroundings, they may not be able to deal with species that compete with them for food. Basically, native species have not developed natural defenses for an invasive species. This is the chart which tells us about percentages of causes responsible for extinction and endangerment.
Conservation. Nature is a gift from God, so we must protect it. A lot of species have come to their demise, but there are still a few ways in which we can help them. Here are some. Buy smart. Avoid harmful and black market products. Don't buy items made of wood from rainforest trees or endangered trees. Avoid companies that pollute the local water supply. When you're traveling to an exotic place, you might be tempted to buy some souvenirs, but educate yourself on items that may be made of illegal or trafficked materials, like ivory. Avoid harmful pesticides and herbicides that damage native plants and wildlife. Once in the soil, these chemicals can spread throughout the food chain and cause harm to smaller amphibians and mammals, and as well as the large predator animals that eat them. Plant native, help replenish the local ecosystem. The native wildlife in your area rely on native plants for many things, including food and shelter. By helping to replenish the local plants in your area, you'll providing a valuable service to the animals who need them. Donate to a wildlife organization. Even if you donate a very small sum, you are still helping to save an innocent animal's life. Eating less meat. A lot livestock takes up a lot of resources. That's why livestock farmers burn down rainforests and jungle to create grazing lands for them. This is habitat destruction, which is one of the leading causes for the endangerment of the animals.
Wildlife is declining at an alarming rate. More than 99% of all species that ever lived on Earth are estimated to have gone extinct, and most of them have died out in the five catamelastic events. And 50% of the world's living species are estimated to be at the risk of extinction. From 1970 to 2016, species have declined by an average of 68%. Sixth mass extinction, also known as the Anthropocene mass extinction, can lead to the extinction of 3/4 of the living species. Here is a chart showing the number of endangered species rising. And here is a chart showing previous 5 mass extinctions.
These are some cutouts we have collected. For example, this news is about Vaquita marina that is found in Mexico. It is the most endangered species or the most endangered aquatic animal on the planet. Its survival is threatened by a deadly clash between fishing and conservation. Scientists estimate there are only 8 of them remaining on the earth. This is how our presentation is concluded. Thank you.